Egypt's opposition has scheduled another massive protest on Tuesday against a referendum on the new constitution. They say the proposed constitution does not represent the Egyptian people and that they want to postpone Saturday's vote. Supporters plan a rival demonstration. On Sunday, there were scattered protests against President Mohamed Morsi as a heavy security presence surrounded the presidential palace. All of this comes after Mr. Morsi said he was taking back recent decrees that had expanded his powers. That announcement did not satisfy his opponents.
The National Salvation Front announces its total rejection of the referendum and will not legitimize this referendum, which will definitely lead to more strife. The front invites Egypt's great people to protest peacefully in various liberation squares in the capital this coming Tuesday to show dissatisfaction at the president's disregard of the people's demands and in refusal of the constitution that infringes on rights and freedoms.
The opposition accused Morsi of pushing Egypt further into crisis because of his refusal to postpone the vote. They want further debate on the proposed constitution, which was rushed through by Islamist members of the Constitutional Assembly without input from Christian and liberal groups. In response, the Muslim Brotherhood has also called for rival protests on Tuesday.
Hundreds of people assembled outside the presidential palace. They demanded that Morsi resign. They said they would not accept a constitution drafted by a dictator. The military erected a 3-meter concrete barricade and deployed tanks. 7 people have been killed and at least 700 injured in confrontations between Morsi's supporters and opponents.
But not everyone is up in arms against President Morsi. Hundreds of his supporters rallied outside the Muslim Brotherhood's headquarters in Cairo, claiming the referendum will seal Egypt's democratic transition. This demonstrator said, "We're fully behind any decisions taken by Mohamed Morsi, and we're with him until he cleanses the country of the remnants of the regime and the people who don't wish Egypt well." Whichever side is closer to the truth, Egyptian TV employees say they're planning further protests against what they call pressure from the government to favor the Muslim Brotherhood in their reports.
A rally in support of their troubled president. To these Muslim Brotherhood supporters, Mohamed Morsi is a democratically elected leader who has more than reached out to his opponents. If Egypt's president has offered concessions to his critics, that's not how it's being interpreted on the streets of Cairo. Riot police prepared for more trouble between pro and anti-government supporters. The army, hitherto reluctant to take sides, warning that it might be forced to intervene. When he became president 6 months ago, Mohamed Morsi famously declared that, unlike his predecessor, he didn't need a bulletproof jacket. The message was, "I am one of the people." But now the beleaguered leader has had to build a 10-foot-high concrete wall around his palace to keep out the protesters. Egypt really is a divided country.